I have yet another box from Japan containing some retro video games, not from SAGAIA this time, but from J4U. So let's open up and see what's inside. Starting off, it is a smaller package. Looks like we have some, of course, I know what these are because I ordered them. Alright, then I got an 8-bit Famicom game. Sign of goodness, you see that? Taito. Alright, this is Doko Don. Doko Don. This is a Famicom port of an arcade game made by Taito. The original arcade game is from 1989. It stars these lumberjacks that are out to save a kingdom by rescuing a king and princess from some evil baddie. And they do so by whacking monsters with their hammer. So the name is probably an onomatopoeia for the sound effect of whacking something with a hammer. Find bad guys, whack them with your hammer, and then slam them into each other. And it's a 2-player game, similar to Bobble and the New Zealand story. But for some reason, this did not come to the US, which is a shame because it's adorable. And you can jump through things, jump through platforms, again, like Bobble. Of course, they are self-plagiarizing Bobble, and that's fine because that's their game. Finally, a bunch of Game Boy games. I've never gotten a bootleg, and I've never gotten anything that was damaged that couldn't be fixed with or a non-working game that couldn't be fixed easily with just a little cleaning from J4U. I really like J4U. Alright, first game. I mean, I know what I ordered, but I don't know what this one is. This is Mario Picross. Mario's Picross. Well, the battery data is still good. Someone's game is on here. Well, I guess it's my game now because I bought the cartridge. I do not necessarily know how to do Picross, so that should be like 8. Well, so obviously it's a math logic puzzle game. I've never played this, so yeah, I guess I'll have to look up how to play this, but currently I do not. The next one. I don't know which one this is. Ha-ha! Space Invaders. A little game that you might have heard of called Space Invaders. It's funny, 3 out of the releases of this in this pack are from Taito, which is fine because I like Taito. Now, of course, it's impossible to state just how influential Space Invaders was in Japanese arcade. American arcade histories start like, and then there was Pong, and then there's other games. And Japanese game histories are like Space Invaders, and then there were other games. Arcade centers were known as invader houses at the time, given the popularity of the game. And I sort of respect the old school retro vibes. They're not doing like Space Invaders remix. Like, nope, this is the original game on black and white. You get Space Invaders, and that's it. So I enjoy Yurusei Yatsura. And Lum's last name is Invader, because the Onis are invaders, specifically alien invaders. Well, Space Invaders. Didn't say I was good at it. Okay, another thing I love from J4U is they methodically take picture of every single game before they... So it's not just like a generic stock photo. No, they take photos of absolutely everything from every angle. And sometimes I bought in games that had really cool stickers or really cool homemade labels on them. But this is, haha, the most expensive one and pretty much got me to order this. This is the Taito Variety Pack. Taito Variety Pack. This is the collection that when I saw this listed, I wanted to get this, and the other games were just sort of bonuses, but this is 4 Taito games on Game Boy. Bobble, Elevator Action, SAGAIA, and Taito Chase HQ. Oh man, I love the Bobble music. Listen to that. Got some transparency effect on that bubble there. So, Bobble. Ooh, they got a Game Boy. Originally released on the arcade, but it came out on the Famicom disk system only, and it was not actually released on cartridge. The American release was, because we never got the Famicom disk system. The Game Boy screen isn't quite as high resolution of the NES, but that's fine. It's a Game Boy game. Elevator Action. Again, that is an absolute banger of a music track. Little industrial espionage. Not really industrial espionage, straight up espionage. Oh! Shotgun to the face. A level of cartoon violence. Back to Game Boy Pocket mode. I mean, that guy's down there waiting by the elevator, and so it is kill or be killed. Shoot them before they shoot me. And that guy just, again, he's just camping out there by the door. Did you bring a gun to a grenade fight? Oh, there's a duck. This got surprisingly tense as I get towards the bottom of the building. Good old, true violence of pistol to the face. After grabbing all the documents. You know, that's the, you can sort of tell the generation of the action movie by what are they chasing. You know, there was a whole, oh, you gotta grab the folder containing all the secret documents. And then the 80s, it's like, oh, you gotta grab the floppy disk. And then, oh, you gotta grab the CD or the thumb drive. Nice. Not just Chase HQ, Taito Chase HQ. Ralph, the car thief, is fleeing towards the suburbs. Kick it into high gear. Hopefully the screen will identify what the bad guy is looking like, so if I get close enough to him, I can recognize him and knock him off the road. Okay, fine, it's not the highest frame rate, but you know what? It's a racing game on Game Boy. Let me make a joke about... I'll spare you my old man comment about, like, you know, these millennial kids don't even know how to... First of all, millennials are like 40. But the point is the joke about, like, these kids don't know how to drive stick shift. True, there's a lot of people in my generation that don't know how to drive stick shift. And the weird part about Chase HQ is that tumbleweeds apparently can slow you down. Which, I'm from the desert, there's tumbleweeds all the time, and they basically have negligible mass. They're basically, like, you know, transparent. They're like one of those, like, wall hacks where you can walk through the walls. That's what tumbleweeds on the roads are. But there are actually some giant tumbleweeds in my hometown. Hopefully one more whack. 20 seconds. Yeah. Yeah. Did I get him? I think I got him. Yep. That is, his hands are definitely in the air. Well done. You have rid the streets of more vermin. Wow, that is a little dated. And SAGAIA. So, SAGAIA is in the Darius line of games, which is a shooter, sort of a 16-bit shooter, where what Taito did is they took multiple monitors and they strung them in a row. So they would actually have like 3 monitors, and it was really cool how long it was. And I remember watching it in the arcade game, and I thought that was backgrounds. It is not. You go, wow, it's long, and it was pretty cool. And you also fought robotic fish, which I guess the culturally appropriate considering the amount of fish in the Japanese diets. And they eat a lot more fish than we do here in America. Pretty decent Game Boy action, despite not being able to see very far ahead. Okay, they cleared out. Warning! A huge battleship, King Fossil, is approaching. Fast! You know the bad guys coming up when they just clear out everything else on the screen so they can just use all the available RAM. Yep. Probably a big multiple background object being used as a bright. Yep, it was a mouth. Decent little graphic effect there. Alright, this one's a little scruffy. Don't know what this one is, though. Aha! This is, I believe, Magical Taruruto-Kun. Yep, Magical Taruruto-Kun. Magical Taruruto-Kun. So this is based on an anime about for kids. I don't think this ever came out. Ooh, that's cool. I play a kid in short shorts. Oh! Darn the mouse, the vermin infestation. I am okay. I'm now visited by my magical demon friend. Again, this absolutely has Super Mario Land vibes. Nope, I can duck and punch, regular punch. Oh, almost got me. By the way, that is a big rat. That's like a nutria. Oh, a sword. A sword just flying out of the rock. Is it you? Are you the one that threw the sword? Come on, platform. Oh, I hate it when these platforms get in these cycles and it takes a while for you to line up. Punch. Rat punch away. I was tempted to play this on the Super Game Boy, but I do enjoy a nice crisp capture. That's the analog pocket filter, analog Game Boy, and you know, here's the one-on-one. I mean, that's nice and crisp, but doesn't really have the Game Boy panache as that. That you can actually see the pixel grid. I think seeing the pixel grid is important to see the spaces in between the pixels, which was a big deal on Game Boy games. Okay, we're gonna fight. Punch. I'm gonna jump and punch you, lady, or pretty dude. You might be flying and throwing balls, but I'm a spiky-haired protagonist who can, Oh! Oh no! Spiky-haired protagonist boy. Wow! 1 life. Okay, what's this one? Lock and Chase. Lock and Chase by Data East. So, a maze action game that is obviously a little inspired by Pac-Man. And there's multiple police officers after me. Obviously, you're some sort of criminal. You know, whenever this was made, Pac-Man was obviously already a thing. And it takes a little gumption to say, you know what? Screw it. We're going to do Pac-Man. We're going to do a maze chase game in this day and era on the Game Boy. Yep. You get the, after you get the diamond, you can off the po-po. Or at least knock them off the screen. Alright, this one. Aha! Kun Wars versus Kun Wars versus. Oh, let's see. I gotta go with select your Char Aznabal. I'll go with Penguin Aznabal. My adversary is Rabbit. This is a across-the-counter dodgeball game. Let's see, so I want to whack the other opponent without getting hit. Wonder what happens if I get rid of all the balls. My side, do I win? 15 minutes? 15 seconds, so I wonder if the game is won by inflicting more damage. I guess I'll find out in 7 seconds. 3, 2, 1. I hope I am victorious. Nice. I am an excellent player. Present you win. Alright, Rabbit. Let's do it. You think you can fight me? I am Penguin-kun, and this game is named after me. So, it's like trying to beat Mario. Yeah, I will. Let's see if I get him. Nice! So apparently you can also win by getting all the balls on the other side. Perfect game. Ooh, will I face Cow? She looks pretty tough. Move on and get a move on. I utterly can't imagine losing to Cow. Cow is also uniquely gendered. I mean, it's not like it's cattle. Cattle would be, you know, gender non-specific, but cow definitely is. Oh man, I don't want to get. Oh, Cow has won the round. I lost a set. Let's see if I can whack Cow. Come on, one more. Yes. Perfect game. It's not called Kun Wars or Cow-san Wars. When you're talking about Japanese honorifics, Kun is a uniquely male honorific. You can say it to a female recipient. It rarely is used. I mean, unless it's like a term of endearment. But usually, Kun means a dude. And finally, this is Bakuretsu Senshi Warrior. Bakuretsu Senshi Warrior. I'm surprised to see that they're still making games in 1990. Ooh, do I want to be warrior or fighter? I want to be warrior. Those bricks totally give me Super Mario Land vibes. Let's see, I can't really jump. Never played this before. So oh, great. It looks like, what? Oh, I can kick the, ladders. That is cool. See if I can kick this ladder. Yes, I can. Not sure what that door is. Not sure what that little ball is. Oh, that is a bomb. I don't really know what's up with the grumpy big boy over there. Come on, guys, go directly beneath me, and then... Oh, I was not able to get around them. I got a little bit Lode Runner vibes, because I'm trying to run around, go up and down ladders, and collect things. Honestly, before today, I've never played this game before, so bear with me. So, this game is not made by Nintendo, but it has an interesting connection to Nintendo history. Super Hanafuda. So, Hanafuda is a card game that Nintendo got their start making these little Japanese trading cards. Alright, this is Super Hanafuda. So, it is a Hanafuda game, where I believe you're playing Koi Koi. I, however, do not know how to play Koi Koi. Let's see. This is my avatar. I probably look like him. At least it's showing me which ones I can actually play. Sure. So the history about Hanafuda cards is basically Western playing cards were introduced to Japan by the Portuguese traders, and the shogunate thought that gambling with Western cards was decadent and resulting in corruption, basically. And they didn't like the Yakuza running games with Western trading cards, so they actually banned them. And the Japanese people, yeah, he just kicked my behind, they liked Western trading cards, but they were banned. So they actually came up with Hanafuda, which are based on various plants and seasons. I don't really understand the cultural significance of them, but they told the officials at the shogunate government to say, hey, these cards are clearly not used for gambling. They're based with Japanese cultural things and symbols of plants. And so they're plants that are related to the seasons. And I don't know how to play, and I don't understand the cultural reference. So of course this guy is gonna pound me into the ground. Oh my lord, did I actually win by mistake? Yes, please. And so Nintendo, the Hanafuda cards are smaller and really pretty, and Nintendo used to manufacture them. And one of Nintendo's first jobs is they actually manufactured cards, Hanafuda cards, for the various Yakuza-run gambling dens. So they would play a game using one deck of cards, and then when that game is finished, they would crack open another one and dispose of the old one, which was pretty lucrative if you had So if you're in the business of manufacturing cards and you're the lone card supplier to Japanese organized crime, you know that they're always going to be a good customer in buying games or buying cards from you. So eventually, I would love to learn how to play Koi Koi, which is one of the most popular games that is played with Hanafuda cards. But I do not. Mr. Bald Dude with a beard just pounded on me. But this is Super Hanafuda. Whenever you're buying old games like this, it's always good practice to scrub and clean the connectors with some 99% industrial alcohol to get the corrosion off to make sure that you don't gunk up your consoles. Tune in next week for Seattle's U-District, a retro gamer's guide. So if you like import Japanese retro games as much as I do, I put together a playlist of all of my videos, including them. So check it out right here on screen. My kitty would like to remind you that we make awesome videos like this each week, so don't forget to subscribe. This is 8-Bit Joystick. Stay awesome. Play retro.